What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Blackman, and this is The Blackman Show, a place where we can dissect the news with a little bit of 7 cents, sponsored by the good people at theblackmanshow.com. So make sure you smash that like button like it's your high school crush before she became a bleached blonde, big back, bad body behemoth. Either way, let's get it. Okay, so the next story that we've got up revolves around this picture of the Georgia Department of Correction officers. Okay, take it in, take a little inventory of whatever thoughts enter your sweet little minds. You know, a picture being worth thousands of words and all. What's your first thought? Even some of my big people out there, your thoughts, please. Okay, now here's one comment that someone decided to share. Damn, they must serve some good biscuits and gravy at the Georgia Department of Corrections. And to that, I have to say, oh, okay. Mama said if you can't say nothing nice. I mean, come on. Look, bro. And I think we can all get a joke and understand that there is some rotundity going around. And maybe this person just wonders of one's fitness to do the job that they signed up for. But because this was stated by a white officer, a Sergeant Michael Burhill of Westchester County Corrections in New York, well, now it's news because somebody called it racist. And while I don't think this is exactly the space for it, I'm thinking at some point I'm gonna have to put on a quick clinic for you kids so you know what is and what isn't racist. Now, this isn't racist. Unprofessional, effed up, and a damn good joke. Hell yeah. but definitely not racist, even though a white dude said it. All he said was they got some good biscuits and gravy in Georgia. That's all he said, because he sees what he sees. What would you say? You know what I'm saying? But with this news, you know his office at least got ahead of the issue by issuing a statement about taking immediate steps and the humming about how they don't stand for stuff like that. You know how it always comes out. But no word from the Georgia Department of Corrections on the matter. One may imagine that they could have been too exhausted to return the mess. Let's move on. Then we've got Jeff Chriswell, Rick and Morty extra and Ted Danson lookalike. And no, that is not a compliment. This man wants to be the next Georgia congressman from their 6th district. Now that shouldn't be too hard of a task. Oh, wait. What's that you say? I'm receiving word that there may be a bit of an issue when it comes to our dear candidate. It seems this white man has a bit of an obstacle, if you want to call it that. You see, the man is running for Congress in a district that's majority black. And that's not like black people are automatically racist. I mean, how the hell you think Biden won?
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
And I get that Biden was the author of the 1994 crime bill that still has people locked up in its midst, and people voted for him despite that, or maybe because of that in some instances. I don't know. But I don't think your boy Jeff is going to be as successful. You see, in Jeff's wake is a hard tale of a white man trapped in a white man's world, trying to make sense of the black people he vilifies, denigrates, and ultimately blames for the racism in America, as he tries to get his once white, now majority black because of congressional district maps being redrawn, district to vote for him. His past is coming to bite him in the BBL. Shout out to Drizzy. But in Jeff's past, tweets include such witty quips as, quote, "Perhaps black kids are force-fed so much anti-white rhetoric that white people become the enemy? Gotta be a better way. Trump 2024? You betcha. Can do Chriswell." And showing that he's in line with the current times, you see him seeking his own piece of the victimization Olympics when he says, although CRT was not taught here. Some students arbitrarily brought up one-sided race discussions, creating an awkward air of hostility and tension. Note to self, racism works both ways. That's not to mention the times that he tweeted about black maniacs destroying schools, beating teachers in the classroom who are out of control due to no dads. Now, all of these tweets coming as a result of the retired baseball salesman spending time at the tender age of 63 to begin teaching in Georgia's Gwinnett County and driving for a rideshare service. Man, so you mean to tell me he's never heard of any white kid ever doing anything bad at a school? Well, Jeff, allow me to help you out.
Red Lake, Minnesota would never quite be the same after the events that occurred at the senior high school on March 21st, 2005. 16-year-old Jeffrey Wise killed his grandmother and girlfriend that morning, then robbed his grandfather of police weapons and a bulletproof vest before driving to the Red Lake Senior High School, where he killed 7 people and injured another 5. Wise took a total of 10 lives that day, including his own. He committed suicide in a classroom after exchanging fire with police.
One can only imagine why people may take umbrage at a man looking to represent them who seems to have such a disdain for them and their message. I mean, you gotta love those self-assured types of people looking to run for Congress, swearing they know enough about your story that they don't even want to hear you tell it. Yet every time they speak it, they get it wrong. I mean, it's not like we've seen that anywhere else before.
The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives.
Now that I think of it, if you're gonna do all of that, Jeff, you probably should be in the other party. Those are the people who love to act like they know what's going on over here. Well, at least enough to get our vote. Seriously, Jeff, you're getting the cart before the horse, though, man. You got to get into Congress and then you let the crazy out. See, you're doing it all wrong. Have you learned nothing from MTG? Now, while I doubt Jeff will have a rat's chance in hell, stranger things have happened. What do you all think should be Jeff's path to victory, given his previous tweets, that is? Personally, I'd bet old Jeff's way to fix that is pretty simple. You know, just keep black people from knowing how to read. That should fix it. And then we've got in Covington, Georgia, the Frio rolled ice cream shop owned by Alicia Sanders had the misfortune of firing a young lady with a gun-toting Karen for a mom.
Wet signature, piece of paper. All it takes is your signature on a pen, with a pen.
Okay, we'll get it signed into the teacher and review. We will. We always do, and we will.
I don't trust you. When you can't even face my daughter and fire her in person.
Right,
you couldn't even face her. You didn't have balls to face her and tell her you were firing her because you were chicken shit. Couldn't admit that you were wrong and that you wanted to be a passive aggressive bitch and you wanted to bully an 18-year-old sweet girl.
She's very sweet.
Yes. But you didn't have balls to admit that you were wrong. Did you ask her about Wednesday, scheduled her for Tuesday, when Tuesday was never a discussion because she's never been able to work on Tuesdays? You assumed that you could just schedule her whenever because she was on spring break.
No.
So we've got a young lady who herself, or with the help of a gun-toting mother, and that has to be emphasized, but the young lady was sending threatening texts to her boss, Alicia. Now, I don't know about you, but it's kind of hard for any boss, let alone one of a specified race, to keep employed someone who obviously doesn't want to be there. So in the midst of the intense text exchange, the daughter is fired. Days later, gun-toting Karen of a mama, Deborah Johnson, brings herself into the ice cream shop, screaming obscenities and almost looking as if she wants to be starting something by the way she kept her hand on a holster and kept inching forward. Unfortunately, even with the virality of the video, the obvious threats from Mrs. Johnson, The continued threats that she and her family clan aimed at Alicia, the cyberbullying and other levels of harassment, Alicia was not able to get justice in her May 8th court hearing due to a lack of evidence to officially charge them with trespassing or disorderly conduct. The Johnson clan is mad that there's video out now that shows the world exactly who his family is, but Alicia Sanders is upset about the outcome of the court procedure, which she believes would have been different had she hired legal representation. Now, one bit of solace one can take from this is the fact that old gun-toting Deb, well, she got fired too. Seems after the video hit the streams, her job could blatantly see what a courtroom could not. This woman was obviously looking to intimidate Alicia. Amazing. Maybe that boss should think of becoming a judge someday. As for my take on this, I'll just say what I've been saying for quite a few weeks, it seems like now. It seems like a recurring theme. We promote and vilify the ones that we like and don't, respectively. That's basically the gist of it, right? I mean, there are tons of instances that we can look at where harassment doesn't even get to the heights of what Alicia witnessed, and there are already fines and penalties in place. Now, I'm not trying to say it's the same thing, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, we got Drumpf, and y'all know I ain't a Drumpf fan, but we got Drumpf getting charged for crimes from 20 plus years ago based on hearsay. There's no evidence, there's no video, none of that. Everything's all based on somebody's memory, however good that may be. But Alicia here can't get justice, and this is on film, in 4K, HD, and there's not enough evidence? Got it. What is justice anyway? At this point, I'm sorry, I'm kind of questioning things. Like, is it something for everyone, or is it something that always has you looking around and saying, is it just us? Go ahead and leave a comment if you're up for it. But that's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to cruise by the merch shop at theblackmanshow.com for some exclusive gear. You can also catch me on all social platforms at Show the Blackman, or join the conversation in our Facebook group or page, both named The Blackman Show. Now, if you dig this episode or if you dug it, do your boy a solid with the HBO special. That's right. Help your brother out by smashing that like button, subscribing, and spreading this word and sharing this with your friends. Now, if you want to drop me a line directly, you can shoot me an email at tbs@theblackmanshow.com. Remember, we are all we got here, so look after everybody. Look after the people you care about and the ones you don't care about, because none of us are going to get out of here alive. Until next time, peace, and I'm out.